When adding fractions, we can apply the butterfly method. It's going to be the top left multiplied by the bottom right. If you've got two terms, place that inside single brackets. Hence, I've got 1 multiplied by single brackets x minus 1. Multiply my opposite diagonal. Here I'm going to have plus 3 lots of, as I've got two terms, place it inside single brackets. So 3 lots of in single brackets 2x minus 1. And the butterfly method, you multiply the two denominators, the two bottom numbers. As you've got two terms times two terms, you're going to have double brackets. So 2x minus 1 in brackets multiplied by x minus 1 in brackets. And the right-hand side is still equal to 1. Expanding each of my brackets on the top, my single brackets. Well, my first bracket, I've got 1 multiplied by x minus 1 is simply going to give us x minus 1. The term directly outside my second single bracket is plus 3. So 3 times 2x gives us plus 6x. And 3 times negative 1 gives us negative 3. On the bottom, I've got double brackets. Well, 2x times x gives us 2x squared. I know 2x multiplied by negative 1 will give us negative 2x. I know negative 1 times x will give us negative x. And negative 1 times negative 1, negative times negative gives a positive, so plus 1. And the right side of my equation is equal to 1. Collecting like terms, on the top here, I've got x plus 6x. That was simplified to give us 7x. Collecting my number terms here, I've got negative 1, subtract another 3, which was simplified to give us negative 4. And on the bottom of my fraction, I've got 2x squared, no other term ending in x squared, so I'll write that down. I've got negative 2x, subtract another single x. They're like terms, they both end in x. Well, negative 2x take away another single x gives us negative 3x. And I've still got plus 1 on the bottom. And on the right side of my equation, it's still equal to 1. As I'm solving, I never like dividing. The opposite divide is to multiply up the numerator on the other side. So on the left-hand side and left of the numerator, in this case, 7x minus 4. On the right-hand side, it's going to multiply up on the right-hand side by 1. Or times by 1, we'll just have this on the right-hand side. Hence, I've got 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. I can now see I'm getting a quadratic in terms of x. As I've got positive 2x squared on the right, I'm going to bring all my terms to the right. If you move a term over an equal sign, it changes sign. So the opposite adds 7x. So I'm going to subtract 7x from both sides of my equation. The opposite minus 4 is going to add 4 to both sides of my equation. On the left-hand side, 7x take away 7x will cancel. Negative 4 plus 4 will cancel. Leave us with 0. Happy days. On the right-hand side, I've got 2x squared. I've got negative 3x take away now 7x will give us negative 10x. And 1 add 4 gives us 5. Now I've got my quadratic equal to 0. As I'm solving to 3 decimal places, I know I must apply the quadratic formula. So first of all, a quadratic must take the form ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. I can now read off my value for a, b, and c. Here, my value for a is the number in front of the x squared term. In this case, a is positive 2. My value for b is the number in front of my single letter of x. In this case, b equals negative 10. Always take the sign. And my value for c is my number term. In this case, my number term, c, in this case, is positive 5. Substituting into the quadratic formula, we know the quadratic formula is x equals negative b. As it starts negative b, and my b's are very negative, we know negative negative is actually going to make a positive, so it's going to be plus 10. We then have plus and minus, as we have two solutions because it's quadratic. Inside our square root, we have b squared. Always put the value of squaring in brackets and the square outside. As here, my b is negative 10, so it's going to be negative 10 in brackets squared, because when you square a number, it always turns positive. It's now negative 4ac, so negative 4 multiplied by a, in this case, a is 2, multiplied by c, in this case, c is 5. And that's all over 2a, and 2a in algebra means 2 multiplied by a. So 2 multiplied by a, in this case, a is 2. I can now substitute into my calculator to find my two solutions for x. Or, if you've got this calculator, you can press menu, scroll down to where it says equation, press equals. It's a polynomial of order 2 because it's a quadratic. Enter your value of a, b, and c. So a for me is the number in front of the x squared term, in this case positive 2. B is the number in front of the single x, in this case negative 10. Press equals. And c is my number term, in this case positive 5. Press equals again. My first value for x, that's my first solution. Press st, and it comes out to be x is 4.43649, etc. Press equals again, and press st. My second value for x, my second solution, is when x equals 0.563508, etc. As I'm asking my answers, correct to 3 decimal places. Well, 3 decimal places, counting from the point, is my first 3 figures after decimal. So count the first 3 figures, then draw a line. That's to the right is my decider. Is that 5 more? In this case, no, so I round down. So my first value for x, my first solution is x equals 4.436. My other value for x, again, counting from the decimal point, as I want 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, and then stop, draw a line to the right, that's called my decider. Is that 5 more? In this case, yes, so I round the previous digit up by 1. So my second solution, my value for x, is x equals 0.564.